Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of Nonsensical. My name is Isaac, and I have an itch.
You have an itch right now? Well, that explains
Not
something.
anymore.
Oh, okay. My name is Peter, and my favorite fruit is between raspberry and pineapple. And if you combine them, you have ras-apple or
Pineberry.
berry.
I like raspberry better. Pineberry sounds owie. It's like spiky.
I suppose.
Dude, pineapple's so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
See,
hurts my tongue though. I don't know if I'm one of those people, like certain fruits or vegetables will hurt my tongue after eating it for a while, and the pineapple's one of them, but it's so good.
Well, it has a lot of acid in it.
I know.
So
I'm like,
hence why.
It's like, ow.
Yeah.
But as I said before, welcome back to Nonsensical. And if you're new, if you don't know what this is a podcast where two guys, me and him, get together and we talk about whatever, whenever, and however we want. We could start off the conversation getting all deep and meaningful with each other, and then delve into something abnormally stupid. That's usually where I come in. But basically the point is we do whatever we want and it's fun. And usually we have a very specific topic or game we get into, but before we get into that juicy stuff, we like to catch up a little bit. So, Peter, how you doing today, buddy?
Doing good. Nothing too exciting for me this week, other than I had a little bit of a cold last week.
We didn't record last week.
We didn't record. You guys didn't need to hear that.
Just the whole time, I'm like wearing a hazmat suit, on the other side of the room.
No, I'm on the tail end of that, so feeling better, doing good. We got smoke outside. I don't know why we always go to the weather. Like, why do people always think, like, for small talk, you have to talk about the weather?
I feel like that's like the suicide first move to do on like a date. Like, you're just like meeting this girl for the first time. You're like,
how's the weather?
So the weather. If she doesn't get up and walk away, like, I would not blame her. I'd be like, yeah. To be fair though, it is like abnormally foggy out, and like normally there's like, I know why it's foggy because like there's either wildfires in California or wildfires in Canada. But I don't know if there's any current wildfires going on right now. I don't know why it's so smoky. And I'm driving here today. I'm like, I had my window open for a few minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna close you.
Yeah. I mean, nothing really new with me other than I'm gonna go camping this weekend, so that'll be fun. But how about you? What was the week like for you?
So, I mean, so far it's only halfway through of like the actual week. Nothing crazy. Been working. This weekend we probably saw each other way too much.
That's true.
We helped out with a picnic that the church was hosting, and then the beginning of a young adults group was the first meeting for it was on Sunday, which again I immediately left church to go over to his house where it was held. And this podcast is going to be a really big experiment about how much we hate each other by the end of it, because we've been hanging out way more than we used to. It used to be like a weekly thing where we talk for a while at church or something, and then like every few weeks hang out. Now it's like at least twice a week.
Yep.
Oh, and I didn't mention it before, but throughout this episode, we're going to be playing Jenga, because why not?
Whose turn is it? Should we rock, paper, scissors right now?
Sure.
Okay, ready?
On shoot or?
Yes, on shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ah, dang it.
All right.
Well, take your first turn. We wanted to keep it exciting for you guys, and so we thought, we had Jenga laying around here, and
nothing gets more exciting than Jenga.
right?
Sorry, I haven't touched Jenga in a long time. Yeah, that's all we have for you guys today. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's time for Isaac's Corner of Absurdity. Yee. I don't have much today. I just really wanted to talk about more weird animal things, because animals are weird.
If you guys watched the last episode of our podcast, episode 4, excuse me. But last episode we talked about different interesting animals, and that included bees and butterflies.
Butterflies that can taste with their feet.
And other animals, which they should go watch the other podcast if they're curious. But we're going to look into more.
Yeah, this one's basically, the article is titled 10 Bizarre Animal Stories of 2020, and I just shudder at a certain number there. That's the bad times. But this is on, what's this website called? Live Science, and this article is written by Nicoletta Lanice.
Okay.
And it's just 10 bizarre animal stories. And okay, so this very first one, panda courtship caught on camera. After 3 years of tracking pandas through China's Qinling Mountains, filmmakers caught 2 male bears vying for the attention of a female. This is the first time this courtship behavior has been captured on film, and if you expected something cute and cuddly, you'd be sorely mistaken. The 2 males squared off at the foot of a tree, fighting and bellowing while the female sat in the branches above. The older of the males won this initial skirmish, but when the female clambered down, she managed to slip away. Both males continued to trail the female for several weeks until, finally, the younger male won out. Didn't realize they're so similar to humans. They actually came to blows for the love and affection of a female. I want to see like just 2 pandas like on their hind legs like full on duking it out while like the female panda just has hearts overhead like, wow, the attention.
A lot of other animals kind of do that. You think about like kangaroos and stuff like that, but like out of all, like pandas are the most you'd think of like most cuddly and like nonchalant, like. But
that's always, I never understood. People are always like, pandas are so cute and wholesome and adorable. Like, they are not wholesome. Those things are mean. Like, I've seen documentaries and stuff. They're vicious.
They're pretty clumsy.
They're bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are very clumsy. That's where people are like, they fell on their butt. And that's like all cute. And then they get mauled. Like, it's just, the pandas are not sweet. Okay, this next one. Platypuses glow under UV light.
Okay.
When scientists were studying old platypus specimens, they made a surprising discovery. Under UV, the normally brown creatures emit a blue-green glow. Apart from the platypus, flying squirrels and opossums are the only other mammals known to display this kind of biofluorescence. The scientists discovered this glow after studying flying squirrels at the Field Museum in Chicago, when they decided to train their black lights on the duck-billed mammals as well, since both animals hunt at twilight and during the night. The platypus's green sheen, rhymes, might reduce their visibility to predators. The team hypothesizes, but more research is needed to confirm that theory. I thought it said hypnotizes. I was like, whoa, that took a turn. Yeah.
Here is the glowing palette.
Whoa, look at it shine. Whoa. Yeah. But basically, if you guys are for some reason just listening to it and not going to watch it, basically it looks how Perry the Platypus looks, like in Phineas and Ferb. It's that color. It's like that teal.
Just a little less smooth and a little more realistic. Like
yeah, it's more furry, but less rectangular.
Yeah,
it makes me wonder if like Dan Povenmire and Jeff Swampy Marsh, the creators of the show, if they like knew they glue green or whatever, like in the dark, and that's why glue. Hold on a second. I think I just tried to make a past tense of a word that doesn't get past tense. If they glowed. That doesn't sound right either. Anyway, if they knew that they glow in the dark under a UV light and they get that color, because then I'm like, that makes so much more sense why Perry is that color, because platypuses are brown.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess they also don't put on fedoras and fight pharmacists. But anyways, that one's not even weird. That one's cool, but that's so random. Glow in a dark animal. And all right, and if we really want to get absurd, then this is where this last one, this one's literally just titled Penguin Poop Bombs.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Penguins can shoot their poop across great distances, up to about twice their body lengths, and scientists calculated exactly how much force they required to do so. The team specifically looked at Humboldt penguins, which spew their feces in a graceful arc from their nests on high ground. They calculated that the pressure generated in the penguins' rectums was as much roughly 4 pounds per square inch, 28.2 kilopascals. That means the powerful poopers can fling their feces at about 5 miles per hour and up to roughly 53 inches, 134 centimeters away.
Okay.
Moral of the story, don't mess with penguins.
No, apparently not.
I was scrolling through this list and I'm like, no. Oh, there, that got my attention. Yeah, so apparently penguins just like load up and
That's definitely absurd.
It was only a matter of time before we started talking about poop on this podcast, so I decided, hey, screw it. Might as well start now.
I suppose.
Yeah, there's really not much more to say under that one other than, don't mess with penguins or they'll launch poop nukes at you. That thus ends Isaac's Corner of Absurdity.
I don't know what we'll do, but
yeah, what ultimatum? If it doesn't fall over, we'll dress up as Don't get so nervous around me, man.
Okay.
We'll dress up as some sort of like Disney character next episode.
Oh, okay. Okay. If it lasts the whole time? Well, maybe I choose not to make it last the whole time.
Anyways, now that riveting content is, I don't know why I said content in two different words, that riveting content is out of the way, time to get into today's topic. Today's basic. So it's about there's been 4 episodes on that channel so far, and they've all been just, very topical about school, work, dreams, annoyances. I think that's what we've covered so far. Maybe not in that specific order, but and it's been a little bit of a peek into our lives and personalities, maybe too much. But we kind of know that you guys don't really know us yet. If you knew, you might know a little bit about him because he's already had a YouTube channel and it's been somewhat successful, like, well, sure. 200 something subscribers. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess,
what do you think about it? I'm brand new to all of this, and you probably don't want to know anything else about me, but this is my podcast, so I'm going to make you learn about me. So basically today it's just, as you've probably saw the title, it's called Who Are We? We are going to tell you.
And hopefully you would be kind to us in the comments.
Yeah, I know a couple of you who might be watching this. You can say what you want about me. Don't bring him into it. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about how we met. You should probably tell the story.
Okay.
I've always brought up the story, but I want to see it from your eyes.
A new perspective.
A new perspective. It was, how many years ago was it at this point? It
It
was almost 4 years ago.
Yeah, it was 4 years.
Weirdly enough, no, we've only known each other for 4 years. We're not like childhood friends or anything like that.
Even though we live in the same city, we go to the same church now.
Completely different sides of the city, so we went to different schools, different high schools.
Yep. So
different churches for a long time.
Yep.
We'll get into that.
But
before we do the story, do you want to should I take another turn?
Yeah, let's take another turn.
Hey, I still got penguin poop on the brain.
There we go.
All right, Peter, give them our origin story.
Okay. So 2021 that we got, or like that I was introduced to Isaac. Actually, funny enough, in this building, his parents had come to the church a handful of times, and then they brought Isaac, and the pastor actually, Mr. Mike, he pulled me over to his side and he said, "Hey, you and I think it was Jonathan Thornton."
It was Jonathan.
Me and the youth leader at the time, he pulled us aside and said, "Hey, go talk to this guy. He goes to, he's a senior. I think it was a senior."
Yep.
I
was going, because this was right before the school year started, so I was going in as a senior.
We're pulled aside, and then we introduced ourselves to you.
All wearing masks because this was still somewhat COVID regulations.
Yeah,
it was at the butt end of it.
It wasn't even that awkward. I don't remember it being awkward.
The first introduction wasn't. Like, when we shook hands. The weird thing is, so, like, my parents had gone to this church ages and ages and ages ago before I was born. And then they ended up going to a different church for about 15 to 16 years of my life. That's the church I grew up in. We ended up leaving that church. That's a story for another time on a different podcast episode. And we ended up leaving during the pandemic, so in the middle of 2020. And they ended up church searching for a while. I was just there along for the ride. And they ended up coming back to this church that they were like, "Hey, this is where we started off like 20 years ago. Let's see how it is now." And they went a couple of times because without me, because during the summer I was still working at Nickelodeon Universe and I worked Sundays, so I never was able to go in the morning. And then after they ended up liking it for they went like 2 or 3 times, I ended up quitting my job because it was horrible. And
which we've actually touched on.
Which we have talked about. See episode 3. It's like a comic book. Like, see issue number 3 to see Isaac's reference. And also the school year was about to start, and I didn't want to work during school. I was finally free a Sunday. They're like, "All right, come to church with us." I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "Yeah, the pastor wants to meet you." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I meet the pastor. Says like, "Hey, stay here. I want you to meet someone." And I'm standing there twiddling my thumbs. And two gentlemen come over here. One of them really weird, such a weird guy, and then him.
Am I the weird guy or is...
No, yeah.
Okay.
You're merely just odd.
Gotcha.
Jonathan, our beloved youth leader at the time, weird guy, such a weird guy. But I shook your guys' hands, and that's when I found out that your guys' family was hosting a bonfire within the next week or so, and I was invited to it because it was a bonfire designed for the youth group at the time.
Mm-hmm. So like I got your phone number then and there.
I'm also I'm texting this guy I just met. I'm like, yeah, okay. I don't remember what I said, but also I remember you sending me the big thumbs up emoji, and I'm just like, all right, friendship. I think I got canceled initially because I think it got rained out the initial that next week, and then we ended up doing it the week after that.
Yeah.
Because your dad approached my parents, and he was like, yeah, I'm really sorry guys, but the rain messed it up, and I was mad. I was so mad. No, I'm just kidding. I was just like, why are you apologizing? You can control the weather. Yeah. So then eventually, fast forward a couple of weeks, I go to this bonfire. I'm curious. I've never really asked your point of view, I don't think. How did I come across this first time? Because
that's a good question.
I don't think I spoke for the first hour or something like that.
I mean, you are naturally a more quiet person in situations where you don't know anyone, right?
No,
so
100%.
And I think everyone is for the most part, unless you're super overly
unless you're really extroverted.
Extroverted, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, you were mostly quiet for, I'd say, majority of the time.
It was especially because our youth group then and now was very small, really small, and everyone knew each other. So everyone knew each other, and everyone was talking to each other, and I'm this new random guy who's been attending the church for a cup of coffee, and is suddenly sitting on your guys' deck while everyone's talking, just
Yeah, so we had a bonfire, we had hot dogs, and
I remember because we were sitting on the deck and everyone's talking about past stories of stuff they've been through and that you were involved with, and you would fill me in and be like, yeah, because we did this thing a couple of years ago, and then blah blah blah, be talking. Yeah, because their parents, blah blah blah. You're filling me in on everything because I'm I don't know what people are talking about.
You were pretty much, I think you were just sitting there, information overload.
Yeah, I was I don't know these people at all. I'm learning a lot though. I think it was your brother who kind of got me out of my shell. Your brother started talking about superhero stuff, and I'm a big nerd, and I was like, oh boy, something I can actually talk about with someone that I get. So me and him started talking about superhero stuff, and slowly, I think by the last hour, I was actually talking to everybody. I think I was the last person to leave because my parents took forever to come pick me up. So I was just
that sounded about right.
I was in your guys' living room, and you were showing me pictures of you guys as babies. There's the picture of you and your brothers, all of your newborn pictures, and you were I'm special because I get a chair. Anyway, so thus was the beginning of a magical friendship.
I guess. Yeah, from my perspective, I was just hey, this is this random kid, and we're gonna try to get him connected, I guess, and it worked pretty well, actually.
And it's one of those weird things where technically I was a grade above him, but we're not even a full year apart.
No.
I'm older technically, but from March to May we're the same age. So it's those weird age placement things where it's
Plus you went to a different high school, and the majority of the rest of the youth group went to the high school that I went to.
I was an outsider. I was 100% this is this circle, and I was just standing outside of it. Okay, so I guess now that story's out of the way, I guess I'll just talk about myself for a second here.
Okay, I'm gonna take a turn.
Yeah, you take your turn.
Big on top.
Weird to talk about myself too in front of a camera, in front of people I know and people I don't know. So I'm gonna just keep it short and sweet. So my name's Isaac, as you guys probably unfortunately know. I am in college. I am majoring in. I'll be starting my double major in screenwriting and creative writing, which I probably mentioned before. I'm a very creative person. I love writing stories. I love creating characters. So naturally I love movies and books. I guess books. I haven't really read an actual chapter book properly that hasn't been assigned to me by a school in a few years, but I used to love reading full-on chapter books and stuff like that. I'm trying to write a book right now. But I love movies. I absolutely love movies. I'm a big movie guy. I love TV shows. I'm probably more of a movie guy than I'm a TV show guy, but I still love TV shows. I'm watching a couple right now. I love video games. I'm a big video game guy. It's hard to find time sometimes to play it, but right now it's the summer, so I only have a job in my life, so I'm able to sit down, play some games. Let's see here.
You're a PlayStation guy, not an Xbox guy.
I was an Xbox guy for a while because that was the first system I bought for myself. But then a couple of years ago, I ended up just biting the bullet, snapping, and bought myself a PlayStation 5 because Spider-Man 2 was coming out at the time, and PlayStation has really cool exclusives, and Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, and I so badly wanted to play it, so I'm a big PlayStation guy now. I'm 6'7". I know you can't see it right now, but I'm very tall, very tall. Peter Taggin, you take over.
No, yeah.
I ran out of things.
You learned a little bit more about Isaac. Well, it's my turn.
Yeah, I learned about him now.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a turn.
Well, my name is Peter. You guys have seen me, obviously, the last little while. I've done YouTube for, we looked at it, 6 years plus, actually. And, you know, I really do enjoy this kind of technical aspects of filming. During 2020, so before I met you, right, we talked about, like last episode, we talked about how you, or was it last episode where we talked about the careers?
Yep, that was last episode.
When I wanted to be a YouTuber.
And when I found out you had a channel, I was like, give me this. And I started watching them all.
Yeah, so.
I'm such a good friend.
So I was doing YouTube and doing all this stuff, and I still enjoy doing it. Obviously, right now I'm 2 years into college. I decided to go back to school. So I'm working at a job that I was an intern at for a year. And then I've now been a full-time employee for, I guess, 3 months now. And it's a big engineering firm called Black & Veatch. They just do...
Are they sponsoring us?
They're not sponsoring us. That would be kind of cool, though.
It would. You should get them to sponsor us.
I should have worn my shirt that says Black & Veatch. At one of the regional offices, it's a huge, huge company, like 11,000 or 13,000 employees. And, you know, our office is down the street from where I'm at right now. And... you know, my life's pretty centralized around kind of the city I live in, and as do most people, early young adult lives sometimes stick around. And so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm still living with my parents. I am not 6'7", but...
yeah, he's puny.
You guys can guess how tall I am with the proportions.
Put in the comments down below how tall you think Peter is.
Yeah, comment how tall I am, and then you can like do some measurements on Isaac and guess how tall I am. If he's 6'7", then
yeah, exactly.
You'll have to figure out how much or how tall I am. But you know, in my pastimes, I enjoy, you know, I work on the podcast, spend significant, or well, not a significant amount of time, a good portion of the time editing these together. So if you like the edits, that's mostly been my work. If you like the thumbnails, it's been yours truly over here.
Yeah, I like weird things.
You know, I also enjoy a lot of like outdoor stuff, physical activity. So, you know, I work 40 hours a week, 8 hours a day, like a normal adult. I'm adulting right now.
I know. The game.
Yeah, and then I'll go to school in the fall, and it'll be like a double whammy. We'll see how I handle that one.
Yeah, poor Peter. Once that comes up, the next episode is just him gonna be bald.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do like a sanity check.
Sanity check. Ooh, actually, yeah, that sounds great. We get like a therapist couch, and we like hire like some guy with like a psychology degree.
I think there's a therapist couch downstairs.
Evaluate us.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, in my pastimes, I like to do stuff outside. I try to exercise every day, whether it's you know, weightlifting like I did today, or running, or anything of the like. I enjoy doing physical activity because I sit at a desk for majority of my day, so might as well get some moving in there.
I'm tagging in now.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought of a couple. I forgot. I actually have more fun facts about myself. Let's see here. Tagging Peter. I'm kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a big superhero nerd, as I mentioned before. I love superheroes. Probably too much. Like I said, I'm a nerd. I'm the type of guy where I watch all the movies and I'm like, that's not accurate to the comics. Like, I'm shaking my head, but I still probably like it for the most part anyways, except for the really bad ones. Those movies know who they are. So you can imagine how excited I was to see Superman this year. And let me just say, guys, not sponsored. 10 out of 10, you should go see it. Let's see here. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, I love going on walks. Like, I love the outdoors as well. When it's really, really hot out, and again, we live in Minnesota, but it does get hot.
Yeah.
We don't live in the polar, like we're not experiencing polar ice caps around here. It gets pretty hot. It's been very hot the last few weeks. It's been like in the 90s and it's gross.
Very humid too.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not even the heat, it's the humidity. Yeah. And gosh, I sound like an old man saying that. But I don't like to be coated in sweat, but I love going on like trails and stuff, being like in the forest, like in the shade type things. I just love popping in my earbuds, listening to music, and going on like hour-long walks. And I love going on walks more with people, because then time really flies. But it's the best way for me to get outside.
Which we've done.
We've done a couple of times. Yes, I'm slowly coercing people to start going on walks with me. It's awesome. Like, I work at a pizza place. Nothing too spectacular about that. I'm still working the college student job, at least for the next year or so. The best thing about it is the scheduling. They're very, very flexible with the scheduling, because I have a very weird schedule I have to follow with how school has worked in the past. But yep, I'm just say I'm your average 21-year-old college student. Yeah, age drop. I just revealed my age.
Oh wow.
That
means that they kind of know how old I am.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah,
but
I mean, come on.
You guys can do the math.
You look your age.
Comment down below how tall I am.
Yep.
And if you care, you can comment how old I am if you want to guess that.
I care more about the height, though. One fact about me is I'm a avid wrestling fan. I love WWE, the fake stuff, but it's very entertaining to me because, as I said before, I'm a writer and I love creative things, and all wrestling is guys playing as characters and going through storylines, and it's very entertaining to me. I love that type of stuff. Me and my dad grew up watching wrestling, and then he got me into it when I was like 12, and I've been watching it since, and that's kind of like the thing I always look forward to doing, like every week, is watching this stuff with him and us predicting like who's gonna do what's gonna happen next. And the matches are also really fun to watch because while it's fake, they're freaking athletes still, and they are very impressive. Yeah, but still a wrestling fan, comic book fan. I'm such a nerd, guys. I'm such a big nerd. Like, I'm just, my normal attire I normally wear is like rainbow suspenders with like the jeans pulled all the way up and my shirt tucked in, and like high-laced shoes with taped glasses and braces. I took off my braces recently. Okay. But yeah, I don't worry. I have nerd apparel in my house. I just have to look somewhat professional. Somewhat professional with my office shirt. And
shorts.
And if you guys get this reference on my shirt, I love you guys.
We're kind of moving slow on the Jenga.
You know what? We'll do a couple of rounds with it right now.
Okay, there you go. That's a good one.
I pick at all the middle ones. I'm such a wuss.
Hey, that's mine.
Okay, I guess my turn again.
Yeah.
Oh no. Ooh, I picked another middle one.
I'm picking another middle. Ooh. I think you have to take that one. Just do it right now. Okay.
Oh my.
Okay, we're sitting good on that one.
Oh my.
Well, you might be able to tell a little bit. Isaac's a little bit more sarcastic than I am.
Oh yes,
But
I'm secretly a jerk.
But no, our personalities, though they are different, and they sometimes clash a little bit. I actually got some feedback from my younger brother. He was like, Peter, you need to be a little bit more energetic to match the energy that comes out of Isaac as he's talking. And I'm like, Okay, I'm gonna try my best.
Yeah, that is the weird thing. We have nothing like in common of like hobbies or really personality wise. I think that's probably why we gel well enough together, because like we're so different. We offer different perspectives into our lives, because like even though people who are similar obviously get along great for the most points, there are people who hate each other because they're too similar,
And they butt
and they clash very easily.
Yeah.
Like I've had people like that who are very much like me, and we fight or whatever.
Yeah.
But like I think us being complete opposites somehow helps that. I'm sarcastic. He's not. He's handsome. I'm not. I'm 6'7". He's not. Yeah, we're opposites. Like,
Can't deny with all those that you just said.
yeah, exactly. You can't deny it, especially the second one.
Shall we hop into some of these more intense questions?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm running out of fun facts about myself. Like, gosh, first date, I'll be like, they're gonna be like, so tell me about yourself. I'll be like, Isaac.
Hopefully you at least know the person a little bit more so you feel a little bit more comfortable with that. But let's hop into these questions and take a look at what we got going on.
All right. We have 4 questions, 4 deeper thinking questions before we get into the 20 rapid fire chat GPT questions, which I'm sure are going to be a hoot. But these are the ones that will elicit or cause more thinking and revelations about ourselves.
Yes, they're labeled A, B, C, and D.
I know. I can't wait for C. Oh, wait, no, not C. B, sorry. I just wanted to pick a random letter. B's the one I'm actually looking forward to, but I'll let you go first. First question. What's a memorable life lesson that has shaped who you are today?
A memorable life lesson that has shaped who I am today is mainly stuff that I've learned in the past. A lot of things that I've gone through in my life, even though I am early 20s, has been a lot of ups and downs. And I think one of the things that has helped shape who I am is, having a solid foundation.
Yep.
And the memorable life lesson is just to trust in Jesus and kind of know that He is the firm foundation that I can stand upon when it gets a little rocky. I'm a very biblically based man, and I really appreciate the message of the gospel. And for me, that's one of the most memorable life-changing advice. That was a butcher of that question. But that's where I'm at with that question. Isaac, how about you?
Sure, I could go the same route and say, like, Jesus changed my life and all that, but like basically I feel every answer would be the same, so I'm not going to go that way.
So like we both have that same answer.
Yeah.
So how about you talk about something and I'll maybe think about another one that we can maybe loop back to.
What's a memorable life lesson that shaped who you are today? Oh man, life lesson.
I actually have one now.
Okay, you go. I need to think still.
A memorable life lesson that shaped me who I am today is to be careful what you share and what you don't share. And the reason for that is because I've had people in my life, mainly when I was younger, that have, you tell a little bit too much and then they go behind your back and
use it against you.
Exactly. The other side of it is if someone trusts you with something that they give to you, I guess, don't go and spread it all over the place. Don't be one who spreads either rumors or lies.
After lots of pondering, I've learned a lot of things in my life, but one, I guess, is, it's kind of basic, like, not put yourself out there, but like, I don't know, try new things. Like, it is something where it's like, you never know if you don't do it. Mm-hmm. And this podcast is very much an example of it. I've wanted to do a podcast for like the longest time, and I never did it. I never really, I thought about it, but I never made the full attempt to do so. And then after a certain conversation we had, all of a sudden it sparked, and now here we are doing it. I almost got cold feet about doing it at one point. I almost was like, I don't think I want to do it. Nope, I'm not. I don't want to put myself out there on the internet, blah, 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 because I didn't want to be like judged or made fun of or whatever. But it's just, it's an experiment with multiple things. It's helped teaching us different how to cope with different versions of social anxiety. And it's not even just with the podcast, but it's other things. It's like I got baptized last year. That was something I was kind of always interested in doing, but I never did because I don't like eyes being put on me. And I also just said, screw it, I'm gonna do it. And I did it. And if this is making any sense, it's just kind of like sometimes you just do it.
Just say yes.
Just say yes. Just do it, and you don't know where it could take you.
So our next question B, is if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why?
Guys, I'm a nerd. I'd say Stan Lee. So, do you know who Stan Lee is?
Yeah.
So in case some of you guys don't know, Stan Lee is like the creator of Marvel, basically. For the most part, he created Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, X-Men, like just and countless others. And as a big superhero nerd who loves character stories and whatnot, I would just love to have that guy alive and well sitting in front of me and just be able to pick his brain and be like, how would you come up with these characters, motivations, character arcs? Like, were you ever worried about getting your foot in the door when it came to like talking to you? Because comic books is a different business than like getting a book published and stuff like that, because comic books, you're typically working in a company and you have deadlines to meet, while a chapter book is typically one guy trying to get his foot through the door of publishing. But I would love to know like how he handled like rejections and like being told, because fun fact about him, apparently when he suggested the idea of Spider-Man, his publisher, the guy ahead of him, was like, no, that's a dumb idea. We're not going to do Spider-Man. Who cares about like a teenage boy who has like problems and stuff like that? And he was like, yeah, and then I published him, and the first issue was a hit, and my boss comes over to me, he's like, hey, you know that character we both love? So obviously if he would have listened and said, okay, yeah, you're right, nobody care about it, Spider-Man would not be as popular as he is today. So I don't know, he'd be such an interesting guy to talk to.
The person I would sit down with dinner with would probably be Johnny Ives or Steve Jobs, the two guys who headed up Apple.
Okay, so I'm like, I know who Steve Jobs were. I didn't know Johnny Ives.
He's also also a guy, unless I'm completely wrong. But those two guys, if I were to sit down with probably Steve Jobs, because he's kind of the head. When you think of Apple, you think of Steve Jobs, right? And you think of the technical advancements that we have today, partnered with just the like knowledge of like how to create products and get them to market and whatnot. It'd be interesting to sit down with a guy who was the mastermind behind such a huge company, $1 trillion company. Would be, I feel like, very beneficial. I'd also, if it was, I know Bill Gates is still alive, but I would really like to sit down with Bill Gates and try to like pick his brain on like certain topics and figure out where he's sitting. And that would be, he's like though he was like the guy behind Microsoft and still is such a important part of Microsoft as a company in the back end, but all the stuff that he has done now since, it's like kind of like opened my eyes to like what you could do with like both financial backing and influence, I guess. So it would be interesting to talk with those guys. You want to read it to me?
Oh yeah. What's a piece of advice you'd give your younger self?
That's a good question. Well, what I would say to my younger self is, you know what? You're going to go through a lot of rough stuff, and you're also going to go through a lot of really fun times, and just enjoy the moment. Sometimes, looking back, and even right now, it's kind of a thing to like say to myself too. Be in the moment and not be so focused on the next thing or the past, but focus on the then and now, or the here and now, not the then and now.
Wait.
But focus on what you're doing in the moment and just enjoy and have fun and, like you said, put yourself out there. That's what I would give my younger self, is just to enjoy the moment and let the past stuff be the past, and let the future stuff be the future.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna go through a lot, but
can't change it.
Exactly.
Just go along with it.
Yep. How about you?
Man, the biggest one in my younger self could go from when I was a kid to like last year.
Yeah.
Is don't compare yourself to others. For the longest time, I always felt like I was so behind with like other people in terms of like knowing with like seeing how people knew what they wanted to do and how they're already kind of like at the point of their dreams, seeing people get into relationships before me. It was like being like the one guy in your friend group who doesn't have a girlfriend or in a relationship or something made me always really kind of like wish, like I wasn't like downright like jealous, but it made me wish like that, like, man, I wish I was like, maybe I guess it was kind of jealousy when you think about it, but I, like, man, I wish I was dating someone as well. And are just with anything like you're already kind of like in your career right now, like and you already kind of have like a full-time job. You're making much better money than I am, and it's like for a while stuff like that, it was always really hard for me not to like, oh man, I just feel like I am so behind. I'm failing in something because I'm not already at this point in my life. And then it's hard not to, because I used to be very deep in social media, and so many like alpha male YouTubers or just so many people on YouTube, like the norm online is like you're supposed to basically have a full-time job and career by like 21. You should be like moved out, living on your own, making this much money and stuff. I am not moved out. I am also still with my parents. I am currently single. I work at a pizza place. I am still in school, but it's like, it took me a while to finally realize that, like, and I talked to a buddy of mine a few weeks ago at work, and we're just both like, he was telling me, he's like, you're just where you need to be right now. Like, don't, like, everyone goes at their own pace and speed with like, everyone has different goals. Some goals take quicker to get than others. Some goals require more work and more time before you get to it. Sometimes you fail at one thing and then you're going to get at it later. Like, it's just go along with the ride. Just not take your time, because it's like, don't procrastinate, but just be okay with where you are right now in certain cases. Because I mean, obviously, if you're in like a horrible situation, do what you can to fix it. But I think you guys know what I'm saying, where it's just like, don't compare yourself to others. Just continue doing what's best for you, and you will eventually get to where you want to be. You want to take another turn, Peter?
I'll take another turn.
Gosh dang it.
The last one that's more deep is a goal or dream where you or me or individually currently working on.
Well, for me, as I've mentioned in the last episode and a little bit here before, like I want to be an author. Like, I'm trying to write a book right now. I haven't worked on it in a while because things just get busy and it's hard to find motivation of writing this book. But I want to be able to create some sort of story and put it out there, whether it's a book or like a short film, or like, even if it came down to like making like sketch comedy on YouTube. I want to do something with like characters and some sort of story I want to be able to do something with my creativity. But like right now, I want to write a book. That's like my one goal and dream I'm working on, which I don't know where it's going to go, but it's something I'm very passionate about, and I'm still trying to find time to work on it, which in the next few weeks I plan to finally buckle down and get some stuff done on it.
I have a couple of goals and dreams. I mean, for me right now, I feel like I would find so much joy in like finding a home and purchasing it, except for that's going to take a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of effort. But like a personal goal for me is, I really enjoy building and fixing things, and I like the idea of buying a house that's, run down and fixing it up. And I was talking with my parents, and they were like, yeah, that's just right up your alley. So that's like kind of a goal that's lingering, but like kind of an end goal for me is like eventually I feel like I do want to have some sort of small business, whether it's, in the construction field, which I'm going into, or it's, you know, something like this podcast, maybe a new version or this version of a podcast that would be able to just kind of allow me to spend some time, but also bring in a little bit of income that I can then reinvest into.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Having, you know, being able to have like something else that I could leave if like when I get married and have kids, like be able to allow them to kind of grow up in a entrepreneurial.
That's such a weird word.
Yeah, it's kind of a entrepreneurial environment, so that they know that hard work does pay off, and that also hard work does sometimes fail. And you know what? It's okay. You're gonna roll with the punches.
Yep.
With that, should we hit the 20 rapid questions? Or
Let me hit this first.
Oh
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Well, that was an easy one.
Ooh, sweet. After, you know what?
The reasoning behind the Jenga was, we just found it sitting in this room.
Yeah, we just we're just like, ooh, Jenga.
Shall we get into the 20 rapid fire questions?
Yes. So these ones I'm actually looking forward to because I have no idea what they are.
If you could instantly become an expert in anything, what would it be?
Honestly, I mean, I think it would be like how to market myself, because there's so many different possibilities with that. With like one with the podcast, you're able to figure out like how analytics work, like how to be able to, you know, what's the best way to get views, the best way to get more people in, and like if sponsorships or advertising. But then also like as a writer, if I finish my book and it's completely done, like what's the best way to get an agent, the best way to get my foot in the door, and then like how to get the information of my book out there. Like there's so many things with marketing that would help me.
If I could instantly have any expert or be an expert in anything, I think it would be something to do with like financial knowledge, or just like how to like navigate financial situations, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Moving on. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Okay, see, so I've never done karaoke, but like if I had picked like, oh man, it's either like I would pick a song that everyone knows so the whole crowd sings along with me, and I can do like the microphone, like I don't know, like Bohemian Rhapsody or something like that. But like it'd be some sort of Panic at the Disco song, like the song. I was High Hopes.
Okay, there you go.
I'll say High Hopes.
For me, my go-to karaoke song, again, I don't really do karaoke either. It would be probably some of the songs that Forrest Frank have released. I don't know if you know who Forrest Frank is.
I just learned of this man.
You know, Forrest Frank, I think, like No Longer Bound, or the song that's just called Up, or, you know, some of those songs that I know the lyrics to would be totally my go-to. What is the weirdest food you've ever tried?
Do you have an answer?
I think the weirdest food that I've ever tried is probably, I don't know. Sushi is not even that weird.
Because I'm trying to think, I'm like, I feel like there's foods that have it where it's like grossest, but I'm like, well, it's weird, necessarily gross, but it's like, weird's not usually a good thing. Like, this is my favorite food. It's weird. Like, you don't really describe it as that. I guess for me, I'll take like Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
But specifically because the way I've only had Brussels sprouts once, and it's forever soured my opinion on Brussels sprouts. I don't know anyone who really likes Brussels sprouts unless you do.
I do.
Oh, I'm sorry, Peter.
I don't like them raw.
My
mom toasted or whatever.
My mom was like, "We're gonna eat healthy one day," and we made ravioli, but she put Brussels sprouts in it. So they were like soaked in sauce and whatnot, and it was like a rubbery. And me, my dad, and my sister were like, "No, that's gross." And my mom was it was like something straight out of a cartoon. Because my mom's like, "Oh, they're not that bad," and she like hated it too. And Brussels sprouts have not been in our house since.
Weirdest food, probably something like sushi, or I don't know. I've had a lot of pickled things. I don't like pickles, and I don't really like pickled things, but I've tried a bunch of different pickled things. And I have had dill pickle flavored lemonade. My cousin had still pick. So maybe that is kind of a weird.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Ooh.
If you had to live in a fictional universe, what would you choose?
Just to go quick, I'd say like a superhero universe of some sort, like the Marvel universe. Even though it's dangerous and stuff, there's a really good chance to become a superhero, and I can protect myself.
There you go. For me, it'd probably be something in Dr. Seuss books because it's just like.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like,
the thing I saw on Mayberry Street.
What is your go-to or most used emoji?
Most used emoji would be laughing emoji, but
with the tears coming off.
Yeah, that one, or like the sideways one. That's like when I'm really laughing hard at something. Yeah. But like I feel like the laughing emojis are probably the most commonly used emojis. The other emoji that the one I most do is the one that's like a smirk, the one that's like that like looks to the side because I'm such a
sly dog.
Yeah, I know. I'm a sly rascal, and I'm always making snide remarks through text. So that's the one I like.
Mm-hmm. For me, it's probably the laughing crying emoji or whatever, or just the thumbs up, the standard thumbs up.
You do give a lot of thumbs up. A small moment from your life that you'll never forget.
I mean, maybe right now.
Yeah, we'll just go with that.
Okay.
I won't forget this.
Uh-huh.
Who has had the biggest impact on your life? I mean, probably like my parents. Like,
yeah, I'd say so too.
I have a really good relationship with both my parents, and like I have like a different relationship with each of them, and it's very important to me, and it's shaped me to who I am. Yeah, which I think is a good thing.
I'd agree. I'm on the same boat.
What's something you're currently learning or trying to improve?
I think the podcast.
Yeah, that's something. What's something you're currently learning? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we're just tag teaming answers now, but like that's a perfect answer. Uh-huh. What's a fear you've overcome? Copping out again, putting myself out there like this. Uh-huh. I've never liked. I still don't like being put up on front like a stage or something. Like anytime like our pastor is like, "Hey Isaac, you want to go up on stage for the church?" I'm like, no. But this is better because I don't see you guys. Uh-huh. But this is something I was nervous about, and I've overcome it. So.
Yeah, I think for me, fear that I've overcome is just also a little bit of social anxiety, just putting myself out there a little bit more than I have in the past. So I guess I'm going to go with that one. What is a value or principle that is very important to you?
Does friendship count as a value or a principle?
Yeah.
Okay. So. Yeah. 100% friendship. Like that's like the thing I value the most in life. Like it's having people that you can laugh with, have fun with, but like fall back with in case like when you really need it. Like, and I'm the type of guy where I want to be able to confide in my friends, but I also want to have the type of friends that will slap me in the face when needed. Like that's very important to me.
I'm gonna take the easy one out and just say
that's a T-shirt right there. I had it and then I lost it. Nonsensical merch down below.
Probably going with my faith has been a big part of my life, and so I'd say a valuable lesson or life lesson is just to keep Jesus first in anything and everything you do.
If animals could talk, which one would be the rudest? Oh man, probably like sheep.
Yeah,
or something.
Maybe pigs. I don't know.
Oh no! I changed my mind. Birds. So I have birds at home, and they're loud. And one of them yells at me all the time, and I just know he's cursing me out in bird language. Like I feel like if he spoke perfect English, there'd be a black bar like going over his beak every 5 seconds because he's just saying horrible things about me because he has a vendetta against me. Like I think birds are talking all sorts of crap.
Yeah, I guess they see everything. So
yeah, they're most vocal as well.
We'll go with that one. What's your zombie apocalypse survival strategy?
Hoard all the food. Like I'm getting I feel like I'll have a good sense of like an apocalypse is coming or something. So I'm gonna just have so much like
food and
body armor drinks up in a fridge, and like I don't like ramen, but ramen will be the easiest to get. So I'll just have a whole bunch of ramen, and I'm just gonna like brick up my wall, and I'm just sitting there.
So you're sitting there staying back. I think for me, a more survival story. I'm like, if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out. So I'm gonna just like build a base, and then I'm gonna have food, right? But also find a big truck or a big SUV and just like supersize it and like just drive and like get out and like just do full like zombie apocalypse warrior story type stuff.
Okay, my answer is boring. I do that as well. I would get like some sort of I would just run out there with like a pitchfork with like a what is it called, like the hoe like on one side, and just like to fancy that into a weapon and like use it as like a helicopter and blow my way. I wouldn't last very long. I'd be dead within 5 minutes. But yeah, that's the cooler answer.
Second strategy.
That's the cooler answer.
Would you rather fight?
One horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Oh my gosh, that sounds terrifying.
Probably one horse-sized duck.
I was gonna say, I'm like, the thing is, even though the duck's bigger than you, I really don't think it'd be that antagonistic.
No.
I think it'd still be a duck and like fly away. 100 duck-sized horses. Do you realize how fast those things would be?
Yeah.
I'd be like, ah! Like I'd just be over, like I come immediately.
If you only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Okay, probably pizza, because you can if it was pizza, does that mean I can only have one specific topping on it for the rest of my life, or I can make it any way I want?
I'd say make it anywhere you want.
Okay, then it would be pizza.
I was gonna go with pasta because you could put all sorts of stuff.
I was gonna say, but that was my second one. I would be a chicken Alfredo because I love chicken Alfredo. Yeah. What would your superhero power be and your superhero name? I'd be loudmouth. I just yell like super loud with sonic booms to keep people away from me.
My superhero power would probably be like super strength, because I just thought that would be cool.
What's superhero name?
And my superhero name will be like Big Chest. Here goes Big Chest.
Loudmouth and Big Chest of the dynamic duo.
Social and relational questions. What is your love language?
Well, as a stud of a man who has been loved by many women, love language, I guess, works with both that and just friendships. I feel like would be I forget what the actual title for it is, but would be like hanging out and doing
quality time.
Quality time, like doing stuff with people.
So we are on the same page with that one.
I would much rather I would like. You have to be at a certain stage of someone to like do gifts and stuff like that. But I much more enjoy like, hey, let's go on a walk somewhere. Let's go play mini golf. Let's hang out for today and just talk. Like I just love quality time.
And you want to know mine? It's quality time. So I guess, ladies, if you are, never mind. How do you recharge after a long day?
Usually, it's probably like, it's either I watch YouTube or I play video games. Typically video games. That's more of my. I play a lot of wrestling games, and that's where I can take my aggression out. Where I'm just like, just beating up some guy on the TV. But
for me, it depends on the long day. If it was a long physical day, like where I'm like physically or like I'm just exhausted, then I would probably just watch YouTube or something like that. If it was a long day of work and I'm sitting at the computer and like my mind's going crazy, then I would probably go to the gym and just burn all my energy off, because I just got to get it out somehow. What is the best compliment you've ever received?
You go first.
Okay,
I need to think. People don't compliment me.
The thing is, with compliments, you don't remember them as good as you remember like the stuff that people say something bad about you, right? So I know I've gotten compliments in the best. Okay, here's one that I get often, is that you're a hard worker.
Yep.
I'm a hard worker. So maybe that's the best compliment I've ever received.
The one I hear the most is people tell me I'm really creative. But I honestly think the best compliment I've ever received was being told I'm hilarious, because I'm a very witty guy. I think I'm a funny guy. Like whether or not I am to other people, I don't know.
Yeah.
But actually being told by someone one time that you're hilarious, and not like genuinely not like making fun of me in a way because of what I said. Because I remember I was talking with a buddy and I kept saying something rapid. Like I had rapid fire, like boom, 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 boom. Where I just kept saying something witty after witty after witty. And he's like, man, you're hilarious. And I was just so like, oh my gosh, someone thinks I'm funny. That's awesome.
What is your favorite way to spend time with friends? Probably with me, literally doing anything, and usually probably doing something outside.
I love game nights. Like that's as simple as that. I love like this past Sunday we had like a young adults group thing, and we just sat and we played like this couple Uno games, and that was so fun. Like I love being able to get together, laugh, and like do games like that. I also doing stuff outside though is also really fun. Like I love going on long walks. Me and 3 other friends went to Valley Fair this year, which is the amusement park in our area. That was like the best day of the summer. It's just doing something where it's not just, hey, let's just sit in a room and stare at each other for a while.
Who in your life makes you laugh the most?
All right, 2 people coming to mind. It's either my dad, because I get all my sarcasm and whatever from my dad or my buddy from work. My buddy from work is the funniest guy I've probably ever met, and every shift I have, I'm actually crying with laughter. And if you're watching this, you know I've said this before. You are very funny, but also like, screw you for things you said to me.
You know, I don't have a whole lot of people in my life that are not like all the people at work are super serious versus like you've got a bunch of like high schoolers and you know whatever. So if I'm being honest, I think it is you that you're the most funny or goofy guy that I know. So I guess there's a compliment for you.
I'll bet. Moving on up in the world, Ma. All right, that was it for the ChatGPT answers. Before we wrap things up here, I'm gonna wait. Whose turn was it?
I think it's my turn.
Oh, okay.
Out. There we go.
I've committed. No, I've not committed. I've committed. No.
Oh my days. Oh way. Okay, I'm not touching that for a little bit. Well, towards the end of the episode, we always would hope that you would have gotten something out of it, right?
Whether
laughter,
whether it was a chuckle or some sort of enlightenment in a positive sense.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're just trying to entertain, and hopefully that's what you were, entertained.
Well, I've got a verse for today.
Oh, nice.
So let's take a look at the verse. So the verse we have today is from Galatians 2:20. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And the life I live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. The idea that, you know, we're living a life, and hopefully you're living a life to help others see positively and have a positive impact is what I'm trying to say. And so, like, since we're faith-based, you know, the idea that it's not me who lives, but Christ who lives within me, kind of that shining the light. If you've ever heard the song, This Little Light of Mine, kind of that
let it shine.
Preschooler aspect of, or like that basic level of, I'm here to shine a light, and through our goals and through our aspirations, and as you guys got to know us, I hope you could see a little bit of that light within us, and hopefully you did chuckle or have some positive impact. So
at the end of the episode, as the verse has been stated, we've basically said all that we wanted to. Today was a bit of a different episode. It, I guess, wasn't over the top funny like it usually is, but you know, just thought we finally formally introduce ourselves. His introduction was much better. Mine was deer in the headlights, but hopefully you learned a bit about us. Hopefully we were able to solicit a chuckle or two. And that'll have to do it for this episode.
We don't have a outro yet, so this is our outro.
So make sure, if you like the video, like
the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload a video, which we'll be uploading
Fridays at 9 in the morning.
Exactly, Fridays 9 a.m. Central Time.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So if you're in Mountain Time, or if you're Eastern, or you're Pacific Time,
if you're a Colorado native.
Yeah, exactly. It's Central Time. So we hope you enjoyed today's episode, and with that being said, it's time to let the thing fall.
I lost. There's no way out. Toodles.
See ya.